Alrighty, folks, we're once again 3-0 in our last three extra daily bets on my website. And the good news is we have another extra daily bet going off here today. We'll talk a little bit more about that in just a moment. But before we go ahead and move on, just want to take another quick time out and welcome you to my Major League Baseball free pick video here today, part 2 for Thursday, August 3rd, 2023. Happy Thursday to you. Weekend's right around the corner. It's almost here. My name is Brock Page. I've been dishing out free sports picks right here on YouTube since 2016. So sell my personal premium selections on patreon.com/BrockPage. Once again, folks, I'm 3-0 in my last three extra daily bets on that website. And if you want to sign up for that membership here today, it's only going to cost you just $2.99 for 30 days of service. But wait, there is more, because if you sign up for that membership here today, you're also going to get access to my daily best play absolutely free. It's going to be included with your purchase. I currently have over 525 members who are signed up and active on my website right now. With that, folks, let's go ahead and dive into some free content. We're going to start off in the NL West. I'm talking about the D-backs at the Giants, 3:45 Eastern first pitch. San Francisco is $1.25, totals 8.5. Scott Alexander for San Francisco, Brandon Pfaadt for Arizona. Now, Pfaadt's been a bit of a disaster this year. He's got an 0-4 record, 8.20 ERA. And as a team, Arizona took the loss in 10 out of their last 13. They currently have a losing record in their divisional road games. They've kind of been a nightmare after the All-Star break. They're going to have to face Scott Alexander, who's been very reliable in his role this year. He's recorded only one loss this season and has a .98 whip. And as a team, the Giants got the W in 6 out of their last 8. They're actually winning 63% of their divisional home games. Wilmer Flores hits .305 with an OPS in the 900s. Meanwhile, J.D. Davis is the team leader in runs batted in. Now, injury-wise, Yastrzemski and Estrada are still out for San Francisco. Longoria and Moreno inactive for Arizona. The D-backs are 8-2 to the under in their last 10. San Francisco saw 9 out of their last 10 stay under the total themselves. Give me the Giants minus $1.25, under 8.5. Next game, Astros Yankees, 7:15 Eastern start time. Both teams are minus $1.10, pretty much a coin flip right now. Totals 9 runs. Clark Schmidt for New York, Christian Javier for Houston. And out of 108 innings of work this year, starting pitcher Christian Javier has recorded only 2 losses. He's 7-2 with a 1.19 whip. The righties also struck out 103 batters. And even if Javier struggles, he is backed by a Houston lineup who's really starting to hit the baseball well. These guys are now in the top 5 in the majors in hits per game on the road. Kyle Tucker's hitting an even .300 with 59 total runs scored. Yordan Alvarez, he has an OPS in the thousands. They're facing Clark Schmidt on the mound for the Yankees, and he's been relatively lackluster. He's got an ERA of .439 along with a 1.32 whip. As a team, the Bombers lost 3 out of their last 4, and they are a bottom 3 hit-producing lineup in the league. Now, the Yankees are averaging just 2.4 runs a game in their last 10 meetings with the Astros. The under did cash in 80% of those ball games. Meanwhile, New York saw 4 out of their last 7 at Yankee Stadium stay under the total. Give them the Astros minus $1.10, under 9. Next ball game, Pirates Brewers, 7:15 Eastern first pitch. Milwaukee's $1.25 at home, totals 8.5. Adrian Hauser for Milwaukee, Mitch Keller for Pittsburgh. And even though Keller's got some solid numbers, the Pirates have kind of been a nightmare when he makes the start. They took the loss in their last 5 straight Keller starts, and of course, they also went just 2-8 in their last 10 Keller starts as well. And these guys just can't hit the baseball. They strike out 9.7 times a game on the road. And no real shock here, they're a bottom 5 run-producing lineup in the National League. They're facing Adrian Hauser, who's recorded just 3 losses in 67 innings. The Brewers have also played really well against the NL Central. These guys are 22-10 in their divisional contests. When it comes to offensive production, it's Christian Yelich, who's the club leader in OPS and hits. Now, injury-wise, Winker, Anderson, and Tellez are still out for Milwaukee. Sal Frelick is questionable. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, Ji-Hwan Bae, he is still out for them. Total-wise, the Brewers saw their last 4 straight at home stay under the total. They're also 20-12 to the under against the NL Central. Give me the Brewers minus $1.25, under 8.5. Next contest, Twins Cards, 7:45 East. Minnesota's $1.35, totals 9. Sonny Gray for the Twins, Matthew Liberatore for St. Louis. Now the Liberators got an ERA close to 7, along with a 1.84 WHIP. The Cards are 13 games under 500. Their pitchers are allowing 9.9 hits a game at Busch Stadium. They're facing a Minnesota club who's got one of the best pitching staffs in baseball. These guys strike out more batters per 9 on the road than any other team in the league. They're also limiting their competition to just 7.4 hits a game in their travels. The starting pitcher, Sonny Gray, he's certainly been no exception to all that. He's got an ERA of 3.22 along with 115 strikeouts. Gordon, Kirilloff, Lewis, and Miranda are still out for Minnesota. Byron Buxton is also questionable. Meanwhile, for St. Louis on the other side, Brendan Donovan's out for them. The Twins did see 5 out of their last 8 Sonny Gray starts get over the total. Meanwhile, as a team, the Twins are 60% to the over in their last 10. Give me the Twins minus 135, over 9. Next matchup I have for you, it is going to be Reds at the Cubs, 8:05 Eastern first pitch at Wrigley Field. Chicago's $1.55 in the friendly confines, totals 10.5. Jameson Taillon for Chicago, Luke Weaver for Cincinnati. Now, Weaver's recorded just 2 wins in 86 innings of work this year. He's got an ERA close to 7, along with a 1.60 WHIP. And when it comes to offensive production, the Reds have a strikeout issue at the plate. They're in the bottom 10 in strikeouts per 9 in the box. They're facing a Cubbies team who won 8 out of their last 10. They've also done a real good job against the NL Central. They're 20-14 this year in their divisional contests. Cincy's just 14-21 against their divisional foes themselves. And out of the Cubs' last 10 meetings with Cincinnati, they averaged 8.6 runs a game. They've actually scored 41 total runs through 3 games in this very series. Cody Bellinger is hitting .316 with an OPS in the 900s. Jeimer Candelario has gone 8 for 9 already through 2 games with his new club. And even though Jameson Taillon's numbers aren't great, well, the Cubs continue to win for the guy. Chicago got the W in their last 4 straight Taillon starts. It was actually 32 total runs they scored during that stretch. So they love winning for the guy. Casali and India are both still out for Cincinnati. 9 out of the Reds' last 10 meetings with Chicago did get over the total. So once again, if you're into historical trends, plenty of overs to go around. Now the Cubs, they went 70% to the over in their last 10 themselves. Give me Chicago minus 155, over 10. Next matchup, it is going to be Mariners Angels, 9:38 Eastern first pitch. The Angels are minus $1.60, totals 8.5. Shohei Ohtani for Los Angeles, Brian Wu for Seattle. And out of 49 innings of work, starting pitcher Brian Wu's recorded only 1 win. The righties currently got an ERA just about in the 5s. The M's also took the loss in their last 4 straight Brian Wu starts. Strikeouts have been a problem for these Seattle hitters. They're striking out 10.3 times a game on the road. They're also in the bottom 5 in the American League in hits per game. Now they're facing Shohei Ohtani, who's got a bunch of punch-outs on the bump this year himself. The righty's got 156 strikeouts and a 1.07 WHIP. The Angels are also a top 5 run-producing lineup at the plate. Mickey Moniak's hitting .317 with an OPS in the 900s. Meanwhile, Shohei Ohtani's got a league best 39 home runs and an OPS of 1.084. Trout, Rendon, and Drury are still out for the Angels. Jared Kelenic injured for Seattle. The M's saw 7 out of their last 10 games against Los Angeles get over the total. Meanwhile, the Angels are 21-9 to the over against the AL West this year. Give me the Angels minus $1.60, over 8.5. With that, folks, we're going to jump into our next and final breakdown for the video. It's going to be in that A's-Dodgers game, 10:10 Eastern first pitch. The LA Dodgers are the massive $3 favorite. Total's 8.5. Julio Urias for Los Angeles, J.P. Sears for Oakland. Now, the lefty Sears has recorded only 2 wins through 116 plus. He's just 2-7 with an ERA in the 4s. Now, the A's still have the worst record in the major leagues, and they score the fewest amount of runs. They're facing Julio Urias, who has a winning record and a 1.20 whip. The Dodgers also pound the baseball. They're a top 3 run-producing lineup in the bigs. Freddie Freeman's currently got the highest OPS average in the National League. Meanwhile, Ahmed Rosario's 5 for 13 through a handful of ball games with the Dodgers. JD Martinez is questionable for Los Angeles. Tony Kemp's questionable for Oakland. And when it comes to the number in this one, the A's did see 5 out of their last 7 road games get over the total. Meanwhile, the Dodgers on the other side, they are 70% to the over in their last 10. Give me the Dodgers minus 1.5, over 8.5. And with that, folks, we're going to jump into our quick pick recap. San Francisco Giants minus $1.25, under 8.5. Houston minus $1.10, under 9. Milwaukee minus $1.25, under 8.5. Minnesota minus 135, over 9. Chicago Cubs minus 155, over 10. LA Angels minus $1.60, over 8.5. With my next and final free pick for part 2, give me the Dodgers minus 1.5, over 8.5. With that, folks, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on my website. Now, if you guys do end up signing up for a membership here today on patreon.com/BrockPage, just keep in mind you're going to get access to that membership every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, you're also going to get access to all of my cheaper memberships absolutely free. They're going to be included with your purchase. That's why I always tell folks that Chairman package, it's a full access, all-inclusive membership. It gives you access to every single personal play of mine, every single package, every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, you also get access to the Chairman podcast absolutely free. It's included with your purchase. But most importantly, folks, got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. Really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. And with that said, folks, happy Thursday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage.